sports, we have the NBA coming up. Great to... Well, Doris, we're expecting most of the action to come out of the backcourt of this game.
No, exactly, VA. Both teams are led by their terrific guard play. The outcome of this game likely hinges on the respective performances of those two positions.
Now the opening lineup for the Los Angeles. Oh! Hammers it home!
So nice. The quick feed of Morant. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
Here's Wall. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
High percentage look right off the bat.
Memphis with the ball. Outside Morant. Tries it from the top of the key, and he drops that one in.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here's Wall. And the big... Wall.
Let's remember, John Wall has long arms and he's a great athlete. Makes him a terrific finisher at the cup.
And you can tell how much these fans here in Memphis love their Grizzlies.
Yeah, I mean, BA, ever since they moved here in 2001, these fans have been so loyal. And the players are also enjoy playing here. Memphis is a fun-loving city with great barbecue and a lot of character.
Now here's Leonard. Zubac with a screen on Morant. Wall, the pass to Zubac. George against Bain. 5 to shoot. The fadeaway. The Grizzlies pull it in.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
To the wing, right side. Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Here's Wall. And Morant clears the board.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
To the paint. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but BA, those two together, healthy, are scary. A final-level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
Zubac passes to Morris. He takes it in. George for 3. And Morant clears the board.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Back to Bain. Pass to Jackson. Three-pointer. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
Now here's Leonard to stop the run. And the dunk by Leonard.
There's just so much force that Kawhi plays with. It is what allows him to rise up and put it down with authority.
Morant against Wall. Fires the 3. Here's Adams. And it's slammed in by Adams.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Leonard.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has turned himself into an offensive force. He's a 3-level scorer, but I think you have to admire the fact that this guy is as versatile as it gets on the defensive end. He could guard 1 through 5 if necessary.
Here's Morant. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Greg.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement.
And here's Wall. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Zubats.
One of those nights where the wheels come off, nerves seem to be playing a factor.
A minute 15 left in the opening quarter. Morant, the pass to Jackson. And here's Bane. Back to Morant. Inside. Outside Bane. The 3. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Now here's Leonard from deep 3-point range. And Morant clears the board. 34 seconds left in the first. And stolen by Leonard. .23 seconds left in the first quarter here. Launches a 3. Hits the trifecta. Leonard's got 6 points.
Kawhi Leonard, tremendous timing on that play. You've got to be shot ready on the catch.
Now Morant. Give him 8. Adams finds Morant. There's the 3. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's Memphis. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. More 2K action in just a moment. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Hey guys, the Grizzlies pretty much in control here.
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
So here are the 5 for the Clippers to start the second. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the point guard position.
In the paint, Morant stays nimble, and that allows him to make any needed adjustment to his shot.
George for 3. The rebound by Jackson. Memphis has gone 3 of 4 from distance in this game. George with a steal. Pass to Zubats.
As good a scorer as he is, we know that Paul George is not a ball stopper. Excellent decision right there. Boy, guys, it wasn't too long ago that the Los Angeles Clippers were the worst team in the league, but boy, have times changed. The Clippers are now an attractive organization for some stars.
Wall for 3. And Morant clears the board. Morant's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Adams. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. I mean, a true transformation of the Clippers. They were that team that stars avoided.
They were, B.A., but I think that started to change back in 2011, the trade of CP3 to the Clippers. It started this new year. Then the ownership change helped it even further. And in one summer, let's remember, they signed both Kawhi and Paul George. Unreal transformation.
Memphis leading. Outside Jones. This one for 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Oh, swiped away. And now the Grizzlies on the run. Clark against Wall. Pass to Aldama. Over Morris. And the Grizzlies get another bucket right there.
What nice work to get the high percentage look, and he doesn't make any mistake with it.
Here's George, and George with the jam.
That's a play that's all about positioning, and Paul George has the elevation to make it easy.
Clark with a screen on Wall. Back to Jones. And we know dead ball situations are where some fans change the channel. Doris, has the league done enough to discourage intentional fouls?
Every form of media, to me, BA, is trying to capture the imagination of their fans. So anything that enhances your product is something that in the long term is going to do well for you. And sometimes that's the best you can hope for with Wall inside. Send him to the charity stripe.
That free throw no good. Covington's checked in for Morris. He does not get the second one. Memphis has gone 4 of 6 from three-point range thus far. Green, the pass to Clark. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Boy, when he's this deep, it's going to be tough to stop him, especially with a smaller defender.
The free throw drops for Clark. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second. Jones against Wall. And the big finish by Wall.
It just slashes right past the defender. He is one tough cover, John Wall.
The Grizzlies have gone 4 for 6 here in the second. Down low. Zubac with the steal. Leonard with the ball. Green picks him up.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Pass to Aldama. Fires for 3. That one doesn't drop. And Los Angeles the other way now.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Clippers.
One of the things that's been said before, but it's so accurate, Paul George's ability to improve himself is really quite remarkable. This guy is always looking for ways to add to an already stellar game.
Man, he's checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for Wall. And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Greg.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals. But without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
Clock at 2. Here's Jackson. And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits.
Reggie Jackson experience, that dwindling clock, no pressure there.
Memphis shooting a nice 57% rate from the field in the second quarter. Pass to Green. Here's Conchar. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first half. The drive by Jackson. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That's on Brandon Clark.
That's some big-time tenacity by Reggie Jackson on the drive. I mean, even with the foul, it doesn't stop him from getting a shot off.
A line change here for Memphis.
Well, a late second-round pick in 2019 out of Florida State, Terrence Mann has proven to be a steal, and he's going to be in this league for a long, long time.
Now here's Jackson. 5 points in the game. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
So explosive coming off the screen. Morant is sudden and deadly.
George passes to Jackson. Back to George. He gets it off. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter, getting lots of great looks. Shoot. You could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
He was getting into the lane easily that first half. It's just relentless.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Bain and Brooks out on the wing. And it's Morant in at the 1. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Taylor Jenkins. There's the drive. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. The Clippers trail. George with it. Jackson in his pocket. Pass to man. Just 5 to shoot. George against Bain. George, no good. Memphis has gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. Oh, Covington with a block.
So disruptive at the defensive end. Look in the box score, and Covington will be the source of blocks and steals consistently.
Right wing. On the wing man. Jacks up a 3. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Morant finds Jackson. Outside Morant. And again, Memphis no good. The Clippers have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. Pass to George from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Adams has got 4 rebounds now. Bain, the pass to Morant. Back to Bain. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Morant's got his 4th assist in this one. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Jackson, the pass to George. Over Bain. Here's Zubats. Kicks it to George. Here's Jackson. Soft touch off the glass. Jackson's got 5 points.
Don't let Reggie Jackson get easy scoring opportunities, folks. Then he catches his rhythm, and now you've got a problem.
Outside for Morant. George against Bain. Back to Morant. Pass to Brooks. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Here's the 3. And it's Morant missing. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 3rd.
Boy, when we talk about those elite two-way threats, Paul George's name is certainly high on everyone's list.
Covington up top, defended by Jackson. Jackson against Morant. Tries the 9-footer. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Morant's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And we know how dominant George can be on both ends of the floor doors.
Well, consider he's a great scorer, a 3-level scorer, and then he's able to guard perimeter and post players. That combination of size, length, athleticism, he continues to be a major threat in this league.
George with it, guarded by Morant. Bain against George. Kicks it out to Jackson. George outside. 13 feet out. That one a little long. Memphis has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Pass to Adams. Adams with a screen on Covington. Jackson for 3. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
So both teams making some changes here. Here's Leonard. He has 6. Covington, a screen on Green. Here's Leonard. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
Well, you're working the 2-man game with Kawhi Leonard as your primary target. That's the first guy you need to stop.
Jones against Wall. Pass to Aldama. Here's Conchar. But no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Tyus Jones. His 3rd personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for LA.
I love Robert Covington's story. Here's an undrafted player out of Tennessee State who's now made a very long, productive NBA career as a 3-and-D player and just one of the hardest workers in the league.
Kept alive. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Shot clock at 6. Second chance effort. And it's laid up and in by Leonard. Leonard's gotten 4 this quarter.
Well, once he's in the painted area, you can see the level of aggression goes up for Kawhi Leonard.
Jones from outside. Oh, did he get it off in time? He did! How about that?
Are you serious? That was incredible.
What a way to seize momentum. Can it carry over into the next quarter? Beautifully done.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. Great team defense on Paul George. They're limiting what PG is doing out there. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was the choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the point guard position. Pass to Aldama. Back to Jones. Over Wall. Jones misses.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Here's Wall. Back to Zubats. Over Jones. Zubats' shot is off. Memphis has gone 7 of 14 from the perimeter in this one. Morris against Clark. Pass to Jones. Back to Clark. Here's Aldama. Green for 3. He can't get it to go. The Clippers shooting the ball at around 42% for the game. Good D by Clark.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Back to Jones. Here's Conchar. George defending. Conchar can't hit.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
Zubac passes to Leonard. Puts up a 3. Morris, a screen on Green. Here's Leonard. Misses off the left iron. For Memphis, they've gone 0 for 3 in this 4th. Not good. Here's Clark. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far from Memphis?
Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising up with that confidence.
I think tonight has also, guys, been about the lost art of the mid-range jumper. If you utilize that in-between game right, there's plenty of value in it.
Wall against Morant. Wall no good. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Steven Adams checked in for Memphis. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Morris, a screen on Bain. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Jackson finds Brooks. Jackson the screen. Clock at 6. Leonard against Bain. Hits a three-pointer.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
So it's the Clippers now. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
And the basket by Bane.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up.
And it was dueling three-pointers all night. A battle they won.
Both teams had the same plan. Win the game on the perimeter. So fun to watch.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Ja Morant.
Boy, this guy played with some swagger and intensity on the boards tonight, dominating the physical aspect of the game.
Got a piece of it. Bane finds Morant. 6 to shoot. Jackson outside. From deep. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3.
It has to be interesting when you're bringing the ball up the court and Kawhi Leonard is the guy coming to meet you. This guy is the embodiment of an elite defender.
There's 39 seconds left in the fourth. Morant with it. Up top, Jackson. Beyond the arc. Sinks it from distance. And the Grizzlies lead by 21.
With very little left on the clock, they've got a comfortable lead, and the fans are loving it.
They're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
So Memphis takes this one by a big margin. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd.
Brent, conference rivals going at it. So much emotion. Teams that are very familiar with each other.
I love it, Kevin, and I'm so happy to be here with you for this one. This is going to be awesome. You don't get a lot of games like this, so hyped, where the crowd is really into it. So let's move up a little bit and sit on the edge of our seats, should we?
Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is at the center with Johnson next to him. And it's Crowder in at the three, the small forward.
And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
Outside Jackson. No good from outside.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Now here's Booker. Back to Paul. He dishes it to Booker. It's rebounded by Memphis. And just about a minute into the first quarter.
Man, Devin Booker is a true shooter. A walking bucket, always ready to let it fly.
And the proof is right there in the numbers, Greg. I mean, 2 seasons in a row, he's been top 10 in field goal attempts. So he knows how, when, and where to get that ball up.
Now here's Johnson. Shoots over Morant. Oh, trying for it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. It's Brooks on the wing. Morant passes to Brooks. On the wing, Bain. Defended by Booker. Jackson from long range. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Suns have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Johnson outside. Booker finds Johnson. Back to Booker. Just 4 to shoot. Pass to Johnson. And the rejection by Clark.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
Good, and the nice assist from Morant. And it's a tie ball game.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Paul against Morant. Paul kicks to Johnson. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Something you noticed about these Suns last year was their offensive talents, Brent. It could be seen from top to bottom.
Man, they got plenty of great shooters on the floor. Obviously, one of the great distributors of all time in Chris Paul. And with these guys scoring in a variety of ways, really tough to defend from inside, outside, and the deadly mid-range of your leader.
And the rugged toughness of Morant. Excellent at fighting through there and capitalizing in style.
Memphis shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
In terms of entertainment factor, can any current player top Ja Morant? I mean, we've seen Ja with some vicious in-game throwdown.
Now here's Paul. Nice move, and he sinks the layup.
Chris Paul, a crafty finisher, gets inside, and despite being 6 feet, he'll find a way to get it done.
Jackson a screen on Paul. Morant drives in, and Morant lays it down.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Hey, Greg, talking about the great Ja Morant, this guy is just flat out fun to watch.
Well, Ja's been known to go off for 50 on any given night, but he also looks for others, dropping some nasty dimes. Morant has an insane combination of athleticism and skill. This guy can do anything.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Suns.
And guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
Here's Paul. Following the basket by John Morant. Paul kicks to Johnson. It's rebounded by Memphis. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Out to Morant. Three-pointer. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Morant's got 10.
Oh, pretty stroke on Morant's long-range bomb there. When he's knocking down the shot from deep, he can be lethal.
Now here's Paul. Johnson in the corner. Kicks it out to Paul. Morant with the steal. Payne for 3. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And Jay Crowder moving it to the open man.
John Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for Memphis. He got to double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you guys think?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
You know, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
The wingmen are Bane and Brooks. Jaren Jackson is out there with Clark, and it's Morant in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. It is hard to forget the crazy draft night for Bridges in 2018. Drafted 10th by his hometown Sixers, his mom was an employee with the team. But he was traded an hour later to Phoenix. He says, it was tough, but once I came here, I loved it. The group of guys we had, I knew I wanted to be here. And they are sure glad they got him, Kevin.
They are indeed, no doubt. D.A., thank you. Jones dishes to Adams. Aldama passes to Brooks. Baseline try, and the jumper is on the mark.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive. Now how about Booker going high up for the dunk? Well, you like the role that Cam has accepted as a guy who comes in and gives immediate energy and impact to the offense. He does a little bit of everything, but he certainly is a spark plug.
Here's Conchar, defended by Booker. Pass to Aldama. Jones gets to 2, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Danny Green, he's checked in for Dylan Brooks. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. Booker with no one around, and the 3-ball is good. Booker's got the lead up to 4 now for the Suns. His versatility has made Payne a valuable second-unit guy, don't you think, Brent?
Well, he's a pretty decent package out there. He can score. He likes to get up defensively and bother opposing point guards. So it's that momentum that Cam Payne can come into the game and begin to turn the tide for his team in their favor.
Adams' shot is good.
Yeah, that 265 pounds out there, it's pretty solid, a wrecking ball.
Here's Booker. And here's the call on Devin Booker. That is his first foul of the game.
I'm not sure what he thought he could get away with there. Pretty clear over the back.
Nothing wrong with being physical, but that's just over the top.
Now here's Jones. He's covered closely. Adams in the corner. Passes it to Concho. Kicks it out to Jones. Offensive rebound. Adams.
Well, Adams with the make them pay mentality right here from the free throw line.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. That free throw, no good. Well, Craig, with this Memphis Grizzlies team, you like how young and how hungry they are. It's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
Crowder, he's checked in for Cameron Johnson. Here's Jones. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Jones has got the game tied up here for the Grizzlies.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And the wide open shot from Crowder. Here's Booker. The kick out to Crowder. And there's a whistle. That goes on John Concho. That's his first foul. So Memphis ends up going with the new group.
Substitution on the court.
Payne against Booker. Makes it off the glass. Booker's got 11 points.
He has good size for his position, and Booker mixing it up on the inside.
Morant surveying the D. Clark finds Payne. This one for three. Second shot opportunity. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
You really can't criticize the work he did at the line a year ago. 82% on the season.
Good work there as it goes. Booker's got 9 points in the quarter.
And there's not a thing you can do against Devin Booker when he's heating up like this.
Morant kicks to Brooks. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
And a dunk by Booker.
That's an aggressive play. Devin Booker up to the rim.
Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Now the pass to Morant. And they double up Morant. Pass to Bane. Back to Clark. Shot clock at 6. And that'll be Memphis as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies retain possession. Five to shoot. Brooks finds Bane from deep.
And Mikal Bridges is a prototypical 3-and-D guy, affecting the game defensively now.
Payne passes to Booker. Ayton a screen on Morant. Back to Payne. Booker against Morant. The kick out to Crowder. Over Clark. Shot by Crowder, no good. Bane passes to Clark. And Morant throws it down.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
And that'll do it for the first half of the game so far. Through this one, plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
On the court for the Suns, the small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in at the center.
Young big men, though, often struggle to find consistency. But you look at Ayton's first 4 seasons, the numbers are almost identical year to year.
And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. Back to Ayton. Over in the corner, Paul. Back to Ayton, and he gets the bucket. And it's 6 points for DeAndre Ayton. And for Ayton, the numbers are impressive indeed, averaging a double-double every season.
And he's got all the tools, next steps, making more plays for others, and they've been working on his shooting range to open up the lane a bit more.
The Suns leading. Here's Booker. Count it, good. Booker's got 17.
Booker getting contact, still finding a way to finish through it.
And they double up Morant. And here's Brooks from outside. Unable to get that one. And Phoenix will come the other way. Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
Well, he passes to the wide open man. Bridges developing some team chemistry.
Pass to Clark. Outside for Jackson. Clark dishes to Morant. And a wide open look for Payne. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists in the game. Payne against Booker. To the paint, Ayton. And that'll be 2 free. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original. Different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving. Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Up top, Morant, defended by Paul. Morant passes to Jackson. Memphis moving that ball around from deep. Brooks. And again, it's Memphis with the 3. And Bray, you were a pretty versatile player. Which of your skills was the most difficult to master?
Well, I think going inside and finishing, going in over big physical guys could either block your shot or, send you to the deck pretty quick. So going in and having confidence to finish around the basket is certainly a skill.
Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. Jackson down low, defended by Paul. Morant passes to Jackson. Basket counts. Jackson's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone.
Booker with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Morant left side. Clark kicks to Morant. Outside, Payne. Jackson a screen on Booker. Payne for 3. It's rebounded by Paul. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Phoenix. It's a 1-point game.
Well, the mindset of Booker there, pretty solid. He feels like he can make just about any shot, especially the deep triple.
Clark a screen on Paul. Clark finds Brooks. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Suns leading by 4. Booker, good. Booker's got 7 points for the quarter.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Back to Morant. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks.
And it just seems like Morant is always ready to outwork the defense. A big effort pays off for him there inside.
Ayton, the pass to Johnson. Paul outside. Inside. Ayton kicks to Paul. Ayton sets the pick for Paul. And they get it back. Ayton, the pass to Paul. Goes up again. Stolen by Jackson.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Payne passes to Jackson. Morant with a wide open look. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Suns ahead. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter, what is still anybody's ball game. They've got Adams, Green out there with Tyus Jones. And it's Aldama in at the 4 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Just love the focus when he gets around the rim. How huge could those 2 points be?
They set the pick. Jones from outside. Green, the pass to Aldama. Outside, Jones. Adams sets the pick for Jones. They kick it out to Green. Here's the 3. Marries the long-range jumper. Green's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Suns shooting offensive execution has been beyond great there. 63% from the floor in this game. On the wing, Bridges. Looking for Ayton. He gets it in there. Kicks it out to Paul. Ayton a screen on Jones. Paul dishes to Ayton. And Adams sends it back.
Well, Steven Adams is very much capable of anchoring a defense right there in a great spot to get the block.
For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Jackson a screen on Paul. Morant drains in. And then Morant brings it in.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
A great example out here of just a no-quit team continuing to compete until the final buzzer.
For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. And good that time. And now it's a 3-point Memphis lead.
And relentless in his attack, Morant is wearing down the defense, putting up some huge numbers here tonight.
Phoenix calls timeout. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, here's what Monty Williams went over with his team during the timeout. He told them this is gut check time. This is when it gets real and when it gets fun. We're here to play in these big moments. Let's make this one count. Kevin, by my count, that's 5 cliches.
Thank you, David. For Memphis, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Jackson a screen on Paul. There's the lob. Jackson hammers the alley-oop through.
And how about the hands on Jackson? Makes a good target on that frame and then able to finish off the alley-oop.
And Booker kicks to Bridges. And hammers that one down right in the face of Jaren Jackson.
And Bridges elevating his game.
Woo! Brooks outside. Back to Morant. Clark a screen on Paul. At the top of the key, Clark. And then Clark slams it in.
And the first thing I thought of, confidence from Clark. Knows his team needs a bucket and goes out and gets it.
Johnson outside. Paul surveying the floor. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Paul's got 9 points here in the second half.
And just love how Chris Paul steps up and nails crucial baskets. A huge momentum-changing shot there.
Brooks finds Clark. Bridges with the steal. Here's Booker to the wing right side. Bridges outside. Passes it to Paul. Drives to the hoop. And Ayton throws it down.
How about that? Ayton showing why he was picked first overall. That's a reason.
Morant against Ayton. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. left in the game. Brooks, the pass to Bain. Pocket 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Here's Jackson.
This is what the coaches are asking from DeAndre Ayton. It helps when he hustles and works extra hard on D.
And it's Paul penetrating. It drops.
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
And I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Brooks kicks to Morant. Outside Jackson. Brooks with no one around. Offline with his three. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Ayton. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
So it's the Grizzlies now. They trail by 3. Ball against Morant. Outside Jackson. Clark finds Bain. The 3. Bullseye! And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
They could win it. Oh, and he had a chance to win it right there, but couldn't get it to fall. And regulation now complete. He will go to overtime and will return shortly. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5. Bridges against Brooks. Shot clock at 5. Kicks it out to Johnson. Paul against Morant. Bridges left side. Over Brooks. And he overshot that one, missing.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Morant with it. Now guarded by Booker. Jackson passes to Morant. Slam dunk by Clark.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Kicks it out to Johnson. On the wing, Booker. Ayton trying to break free. And there's Booker on the assist by Johnson. Booker's got 25 points. Paul against Morant. On the wing, Bain. Again, Memphis.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Ayton, the pass to Johnson. Johnson sets the screen for Bridges. Booker looking around. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. 13 feet away. Bridges misses. Memphis leading. Now here's Morant. Around 2 minutes into overtime now. It's been a good one. Booker with it. Guarded now by Clark. Kicks it out to Booker. Yes!
This guy wants those kind of shots. That's Devin Booker. Wow.
Grizzlies shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. Out to Brooks from downtown. Nails the tray!
And this is why Brooks is out there. Amazing watching him come up in the clutch for his squad.
Paul passes to Ayton. Kicks it out to Paul. To the middle, Johnson. Yes!
It can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his third foul so far. Now Morant. Four on the clock. Outside Jackson. Lets the three fly. Can't knock in the three. Timeout called the Suns. 1 second left in the first overtime. For three, Booker. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. And so we are tied again at the end of overtime. And as we play into another overtime, the tension continues to build. Both teams refusing to quit. Paul with the ball. Stolen by Brooks. And here we go. Morant heading to the hoop. And then Morant slams it in.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
And the foul called on Brandon Clark. That's his third foul of the game.
First team foul.
And Booker kicks to Bridges. Booker up top, guarded by Bane. Just 5 to shoot. Booker against Bane.
And that defensive versatility Jackson has is just incredible. Able to guard multiple positions due to that height and reach.
And here's Booker from the arc. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Booker's got 8 here in the quarter.
That's got to feel good. A guy who can score, stepping up and hitting buckets, as important as that one.
Clark a screen on Booker. Bane, no good. And here's Ayton. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. They lead by 1. Paul against Jackson. Paul passes to Booker. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Booker's got 32 points in the game.
Chris Paul came into the league playing unselfish, continues to do so. What a dime.
Morant with it. He's picked up by Paul. In the corner, it's Bane. Bridges against Brooks. Paul with the steal. Stolen by Brooks. It's tipped. Paul with the steal. Bridges jams it in.
The great instincts of Paul there, solid at creating havoc in the open court and then coming up with a steal.
Bane passes to Clark. Clark sets a screen for Bane. And another miss by Memphis.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. Have to use better judgment there. I'll tell you what, they're really fortunate there. Those long bomb passes usually spell disaster, but they get away with one there.
Paul kicks to Bridges. Jackson knocks it loose.
No, sir. Jackson Jr.'s shot blocking abilities are why he was a top 5 pick back in 18.
Out left to the wing. Out to Brooks. The pass to Morant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Got it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
A huge shot from Morant. Wow, you see why they put the ball in his hands. in those situations.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Booker. It falls.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
And he's easily been their best rebounder tonight.
Well, he's been everywhere, and collecting those rebounds, that ends any kind of offensive possession and gets them started.
So the Suns win it. The double overtime game can really take its toll on the players, and after this one, the officials and the fans.
don't need to rely solely on their starters. They've got a lot of firepower coming off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of talent on display for both sides. And that depth makes each team more unpredictable on offense. Both sides have a number of guys who can step up on any given night.
Here are the five for the Suns. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. The duo inside, Johnson and Ayton. And it's Crowder in at the three, the small forward. That's good from George.
The Phoenix Suns have been a completely different team since acquiring Chris Paul. He's the leader of this team, and he helps set the tone on both ends.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Boy, the city of Phoenix really embracing Chris Paul as soon as he arrived.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the latter stages of his career now. But you would never know it based on how hard he plays every single night. He just makes everyone on this team so much better.
Now here's George. Zubac passes to Wall. Back to Zubac. Kicks it to George. Leonard outside. Up and over Crowder. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
The mid-range analytics do not apply to Kawhi. That's his shot.
Booker with it. Guarded now by Morris. From deep, Johnson. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
George against Paul. Nice shot by George.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Paul passes to Aiden. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Zubac. George outside. And the jam by George.
Sturdy play from George in the paint, getting by the contact and to his finish.
Outside Booker. Outside Paul. Back to Booker. On the wing, Crowder. To the inside. Blocked. And he recovers it. Second shot opportunity. And it's in there.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
And here's George. 6 points for him. Throws it up high. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Zubac's shot is off.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
Back to Booker. There's the triple. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Wonderful find by Paul. This offense relies on him to make those kind of plays.
Already a terrific career for Booker. 3-time All-Star, and then last year he was named to the All-NBA first team. Just a big honor.
George with the bucket.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
The defense on George a little too tight there, but to have any chance against him, you have to challenge him.
And with Booker, it's not just the scoring. Grant, he does a little bit of everything.
Hey, B.A., I mean, you go back and look at last season. He had career highs in rebounds, steals, blocks. I mean, he's learned how to affect the game, even when his shot isn't falling, which is rare.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Leonard against Aiden. Leonard passes to Morris. Now Zubac. Oh, a little luck that time as it drops.
Yeah, he has a really nice feel from that spot, and the size gives him a clear advantage.
And with that height, he can get a clean look on any shot at any time.
Paul finds Booker. The kick out to Johnson. 5 on the clock. Booker, the pass to Johnson. Yes, and it's Booker with the setup. Johnson's got 5 now.
Good court vision from Booker. He sees a wide open man and gets him the ball for an assist.
Here's George. There's the drive and the jam by George.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. Crowder against Leonard. Crowder, the pass to Paul. And he comes up with a bucket.
Superb vision and decision by Jay Crowder. Rotating the ball, executing this offensively, flawless.
Now here's Leonard. Double team on Leonard. And Leonard with the strong finish.
So explosive with the dunk. Kawhi Leonard gets up quick to slam it down.
Outside Booker. On the wing, Crowder. Ayton, a screen on Morris. Crowder, the pass to Ayton, and he converts the layup.
And that's just terrific body control by Ayton, setting a solid pick and then quickly getting himself open.
Paul George, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for the Clippers. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Clippers.
So far for me, they found a lot of good shots in the mid-range. They've been fearless attacking with the jump shot.
And what's more, they're getting their feet wet down there in the paint early on. Not shying away at all, taking it inside. What a great way to start.
A two-way threat to George and Leonard of the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Wall into one. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. You know, thinking about the Clippers' history, those Lob City days really stand out, Smitty.
Yes, BA, one of the most fun eras in recent NBA history. Blake and DeAndre throwing down alley-oops from CP3. That team had their own style, attitude. I love watching that Lob City group play.
And last year's outcome, so unfortunate for Paul and the Phoenix Suns, Grant.
Yeah, BA, I mean, the best record in the league by 8 games. You know, it kind of seemed like Paul might finally get that ring. Just a heartbreaking loss for them against Dallas in Game 7.
Here's Morris. And good. Coming on the assist by Wall. Morris has got his first points of the game.
And being that Wall is a point guard, it's his responsibility to facilitate. Just a terrific dime right there. The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in.
Yeah, Ayton has all the physical gifts of a great shot blocker. Size, length, and agility.
Johnson with a bucket.
Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Ayton with it. He's picked up by Zubats. Johnson passes to Paul. Johnson a screen on Wall. Back to Johnson. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Here's George. 15 points in the game. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And it's going to go on Devin Booker.
The all-around game Paul George possesses is so special. His versatility is what makes him so valuable.
That's good from George. And defense is now all about switching. Smitty, when you played, would you rather be switched onto a big inside or onto a smaller, quicker player on the perimeter?
Easy answer for me, BA. I would definitely love to be switched on a little guy and use my size and strength. Obviously, they'll have the advantage with the quickness, but I do not want to get bruised up by those big guys.
Oh, the slam dunk by Morris.
Oh, that's impactful defense right there. Finding a steal and instantly turning it into offense.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. George against Booker. George passes to Wall. From deep. Zubats finds Wall. Knocks down the long J. And now a 6-point Clipper lead.
Coming into the league, Wall didn't take many threes, but he's added this dimension to his game.
The kick out to Johnson. Pass to Booker. Back to Johnson. And here's Booker. Will it go? And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
Oh, even in a bad situation, Booker has finesse. Works around the foul with grace instead of power.
Covington's checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for Wall. We've got 1:55 left to play in the second quarter. Covington. The rebound by Devin Booker. Phoenix has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Ayton, a screen on George. Booker with it, guarded by Covington. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul.
13.
To the left wing. Johnson a screen on Jackson. The kick out to Johnson. Clock at 4.
On defense, Robert Covington uses his size and athleticism very well.
The 3 is up. The shot no good. And Phoenix the other way now. Well, these Suns have had a successful past couple of seasons.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, they certainly know the greatness they're capable of. They can give you a lot of confidence out there on the floor, even against other elite teams.
And he knocks down the first one. So for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Kennard. And it's John Wall in for Jackson.
Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, LA is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed.
The kick out to Wall. Stolen by Payne. And now the Suns fast break. Bridges with it. And it's Leonard picking him up. Pass to Aiden. Johnson with it. Let's go with a 3. Here's Payne. Back to Aiden. Oh, and the jam by Aiden.
Yeah, looking at Aiden using all of his height and reach, slamming it down on a helpless defense.
The Suns have gotten 5 of 7 shots to go in the second. Now Booker. Aiden, a screen on George. Pass to Payne. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Aiden with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3, Booker. The offensive rebound. The kick out to Johnson. Screen by Bridges. The 3 connects from downtown. Johnson's got 18.
He's been shooting with great consistency tonight. Love to see that confident play on offense.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. The Suns on top, up 4. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter. Right. Just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Boy, you look at Cam Johnson, he's been playing really well.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
And so in the game for the Suns, Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. Landry Shamet is out there with Chris Paul. And it's Aiden in at the center spot. And how about that replay? Man, you got to appreciate the hustle on defense.
And this is exactly why he's out here, in order to block shots in tight games like this.
Paul against Wall. Powell passes to Wall. Pass to Zubats. Outside Covington. Now here's Wall. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 5.
Beautiful dime from Covington. He doesn't hesitate to share the ball.
Paul for 3. Johnson inside, working on Covington. Here's Paul. Pass to Aiden. Oh, and the jam by Aiden.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
You know what it is? It's his creativity. That's making this engine run.
And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Outside Johnson. No good on the triple.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Leonard against Paul. To the middle. Oh, they get a hand on it. Leonard right side. Shoots over Paul. Leonard can't get it to go. The Suns leading. And when Aiden isn't playing basketball, either the live or video game version, he's often drawing.
Yeah, I mean, he grew up wanting to be an architect. I actually hear that he loves blueprints, but probably his most famous sketch, himself dunking on Joel Embiid his rookie year.
Good job inviting contact. The closer Leonard gets to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes. And coming into the league, Kawhi Leonard was viewed as a raw prospect, a solid athlete and defender, but someone that needed to work on his jumper.
Well, Smitty, there's no question Kawhi has put a lot of hours into developing his jump shot.
And you see the results now. He's become one of the game's elite scorers because of the hard work he put in, even becoming lethal from outside the arc.
Outside Paul. Here's Shamet. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Here's Wall. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. Phoenix has gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. Pass to Leonard. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
Ayton with a screen. Phoenix no good that time either. For Los Angeles, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in this second half. It's Powell on the wing. Leonard outside. There's a minute 54 left in the third quarter. And Powell with the stuff.
Great find by Leonard. When the offense runs through you time and time again, you have to become a good playmaker.
It's Shamet on the wing. It's Bridges on the wing. Nails it from 3. Bridges has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Zubats with a screen on Paul. Wall, the pass to Zubats. The kick out to Wall. Pass to Leonard. Covington, a screen on Bridges. Here's Leonard. Covington with it. Leonard finds Covington. Here's Wall. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 7 rebounds in the game. Three-pointer, Bridges. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Fantastic decision-making. Ayton electing to move it for the high percentage look.
Wall, the pass to Leonard. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. It's stolen by Wall. Knocked loose. Bridges against Leonard. And count that. 2 points and a chance for 1 more at the line.
Strength, body control, and focus. Kawhi showing it all right there.
Payne's checked in for the Suns.
In terms of offense, the Clippers have been up and down in recent years. When they're healthy, they're dangerous. When they're not, it's a struggle.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Morris, he's checked in for the Clippers. George comes in for Powell. Crowder, he's checked in for Phoenix. Booker comes in for Shamet. Booker fires from way outside. The long distance 3 is buried. Booker's got 11.
I really love seeing Booker score off the ball. He shows his understanding for spacing and when to put up a shot.
George passes to Morris. 2 on the clock. And so it's the Phoenix Suns with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Great shot selection right now. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. The Clippers trail. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the point guard position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. For 3, George sinks the tray. George has got 20 points.
And we talk about George's confidence. When you had that kind of range, you should be confident.
Payne, the pass to Johnson. Back to Payne. Goes up and lays it in, nice and easy.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
George against Booker. Now here's George. Defense is right there.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
He's off on first. And the second free throw is good.
Just a tough miss at the line. They're down 2 baskets now.
And the Suns shooting 61% for the game, knocking him down. Pass to Johnson. Booker with it. George defending. George against Booker. Johnson passes to Ayton. Just 5 on the clock. To the paint. George with a steal. Out on his own on the break. And the big finish by Wall.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
For 3, Booker. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got 7 rebounds in the game. Out of bounds, it'll be Suns ball.
Hate to see that. I know everyone's mind is on the play, but you've got to protect the ball.
The Suns leading. Outside Booker. The 3 ball. Phoenix no good that time either.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Phoenix.
Their activity has been at a constant level. Always around the ball. Quick hands causing a lot of steals.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break. Converting on those chances when they get them tonight.
Kicks it to George. Shot clock at 5. Over Booker. George's shot is good. George has got 23 points.
It's one of those nights where George's number has been called time after time.
Booker finds Payne. If you're just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Zubac. Booker against George. Zubac with a screen on Booker. George passes to Zubac. Misses the layup. Phoenix has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Ayton. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Gotta be careful how you guard Ayton. He's so creative at finding ways to draw fouls.
He hits the second from the line. Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th. George against Booker. Leonard right side. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
Crucial points. Kawhi stepping up to the plate when his team needs him the most.
Pass to Wall. Yes, they get the go-ahead bucket. Wall's got 4 points in the quarter. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Their defense, it's their defense. It has been downright incredible so far. Being disruptive and coming up with steals left and right.
Well, they've also been impressive, forcing a ton of mistakes. Not only that, but converting those mistakes into points on the other end.
George passes to Leonard. Back to George. It falls again. He's now 8 for 12 from the floor.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
Payne, pass to Johnson. Crowder against Morris. Ayton with a screen. Lets it go from deep. Oh, he nails it! Oh, a tremendous 3! We're tied!
Oh, in pressure moments, he's a guy you trust to make big shots.
George outside. Morris, a screen on Payne. George passes to Leonard. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. George against Booker. Crowder left side. Takes a three. Here's Payne. He connects!
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 2. 16 seconds left to play in the fourth. .16 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Morris, a screen on Booker. George passes to Morris. Now Leonard. Here's George. Oh, no good! And with this game coming down to the wire, they're quick to use their coach's challenge, asking for a review. This could be a big call.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 1.
At the free throw line, Paul George is usually very consistent. He just can't let the stakes get inside his head.
Oh, tremendous composure at the line to tie things up and give them a shot at overtime.
Now a timeout called by Phoenix. Booker for 3. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last-minute shot is offline. Regulation is ended, and boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. Payne and Booker in the backcourt. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the 5. There's a screen by Johnson. Oh, he hits that one. 8 for 11 and remaining a thorn in the D side.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
Well, Booker can just bury you from the arc if you let him. He's a pretty efficient range shooter.
It's stolen by Johnson. Pass to Booker. 3-pointer. They get it back. Bridges outside. The 3 is up. And Booker the bucket on the assist by Bridges. And now it's an 8-point Suns lead.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
The 3, George. Morris, a screen on Booker. George for 3. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George. And we've played just over a minute here in overtime. Booker against George. To the inside. Ayton passes to Booker. Ayton with a screen. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's Leonard. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
You can see the work Kawhi has put into his ball handling. Gets separation almost any time he wants.
The quick look, no good that time.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
Booker with it. Johnson a screen on Leonard. Booker for 3. He drops it from range. Booker's got 23 points.
Awfully tough play to defend. When you honor the roller, Booker just takes advantage.
Leonard double team. Pass to George. Shoots over Booker. Leonard finds George. 6 on the shot clock. Over Booker. Excellent D there from Booker.
Right idea, but just too much heat on him defensively, even with the fadeaway.
Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. Now Los Angeles with it. 9-point game. Stolen by Ayton. In transition, here come the Suns. Launches it. Booker missing again. And this one feels just about over.
Yeah, they'll play it out, but I think it just wasn't meant to be tonight.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Kicks it to George. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That's on Mikal Bridges.
Woo, the craftiness of PG-13. Awesome job fooling the defender and jumping into the contact.
They've been a different squad here in overtime. I'm just not seeing the same energy level.
A nice shot by Booker.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
So no problem for Phoenix as they get the win. They escape with the W, even though they needed a few.
And the Grizzlies start out with the ball. Now look at Memphis's starting group. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bane. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin. Get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there. And I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
Now here's Morant. To the inside, it's stolen by Morris. Zubats against Adams. Here's Leonard. Here's Zubats. That shot no good. Adams, some nice D. Bane passes to Jackson. Jackson setting the pick here for Brooks. Back to Jackson. Pulls up. 5 on the clock. Down low. Here's Adams, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And this is where Adams has the biggest impact. The closer to the basket, the more effective he is.
Here's George over Bane. And Adams sends it back. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
First personal foul. First team. Shooting for Memphis.
That's good from Morant.
Amazing that Bane fell to the last pick in the first round in 2020. You look at his size, the strength, the range on his jump shot. When shooting's a premium, he should have been drafted earlier.
Now here's Brooks. The pass to Jackson. Memphis moving it around. Here's Morant. Wall grabs the board. Clippers have gone 0-3 from the field to start the game.
You also love that Bane absolutely puts in the work.
Oh, high effort guy, high IQ, knows exactly where to be on both ends. What a bright future.
The Grizzlies with another miss. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Morant. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Nice finish for Leonard. Plays the game with such precision. Rarely misses that easy one.
Jackson with the screen. In the corner, it's Bane. Stolen by Zubats. Wall looking for an opening. Morant with the steal. Jackson passes to Bane. Back to Jackson. And then Morant slams it in.
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
And here's George for 3. Morris finds George. It's Paul George with the finish.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
Now here's Morant. He's got 5. Bane passes to Brooks. Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. That 3 off the mark.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Memphis leading. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, a bit ago, Taylor Jenkins and I were able to chat. He's confident in their ability to win the battle of the low post. That's where he'd like to see most of the action take place. Kevin, I think we can expect them to pound the ball down low every chance they get. Let their big men go to work.
Thanks, David. One word you always hear the Grizzly players mention is chemistry.
Yeah, you can't fake chemistry, and it's true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people might not think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, it could feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have professionals. The explosiveness of Morant is just incredible. His motor and work ethic are both tremendous as well.
On the wing, Jackson. Pass to Morant. There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Zubac finds George. Beyond the arc. Grizzlies with the rebound. Morant outside. There's 14 seconds left here in the first quarter. Outside Jackson from outside the arc. Wall grabs the board. Outside George. Over Brooks. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Memphis up in front, up by 3. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the 1 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
Morris kicks to Zubac. 6 to shoot. Now the dish to Wall. For the 3. And it's Morant with the rebound. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, GA. The broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin. But give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive will.
Los Angeles with another miss.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take a deep breath.
Oh, my goodness. What a play.
My.
Putting on a show. Jackson Jr. showing you what a big man can do at the rim.
Stolen away. Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Here's George. Back to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. Takes a 3. The shot's good on the assist by George. Leonard's got 7.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. Adams the pass to Jackson. Now here's Morant for 3. That shot no good. The Clippers go the other way with it.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Morant against Leonard. Here's George. It's stolen by Adams. Brooks left side. Adams with it. Guarded now by Morris. Morant looking around. Right side Bain. Jackson a screen on George. And a wide open look for Bain. A new 14 for the Grizzlies. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
A tough cover in there. Jackson Jr. can post you, he can face you up, he can finish with either hand.
The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. They're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Here's Clark. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Well, Greg, we see it every year. Those overachieving teams in the NBA. What enables them to be greater than the sum of their parts?
Well, listen, luck can play a part, but confidence is a huge factor as well. If you walk into that gym every night believing you'll find a way to win, oftentimes you do.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Aldama's checked in. All with it. Jones. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And Clark has got the ball here for the Grizzlies. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Pass to Green. Clark kicks to Jones. Passes it to Conchar. Over George. Tries again. From deep, Green. A three-pointer is right on target. Green's got the lead up to 11 now for Memphis.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
There's the pass to Leonard. Can they get it? And again, no good by the Clippers. Memphis leading by 11.
And how about the impact that Green has on his teammates?
He's been doing it for over a dozen years. A three-point specialist and a starter for the majority of his career. Great veteran presence for them to have in the locker room.
And he sinks the second.
And one thing you can say about Green, I don't know of too many players who are as dependent on their three-point shot as he is. He needs that shot to be falling for him to make an impact.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Jones against Wall. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. Here's Aldama. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. They have been. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. On the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You have to like what you're seeing from John Morant.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Kicking off the second half, here's Taylor Jenkins's 5. They've got Green. Clark is out there with Jones. And it's Aldama in at the power forward.
One thing you have to admire about the Grizzlies is their high level of effort. These guys play with such determination on every single play.
Even their superstars like Morant. Conchar can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 14. Here's Leonard into the lane. Yep, that one goes in there. Leonard's got 9 points.
He is a strong finisher with momentum behind him. You won't see Leonard lose his touch or balance on his drives.
Here's Clark. It's Clark with the jam.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. The effort level of the Grizzlies, RJ, can be an equalizer against some teams.
Yes, the talent and experience can only take you so far, but Memphis, these boys will outwork you, and in some ways it's not fair because their energy at times just seems unmatchable.
Inside, kicks it out to Leonard. Takes the three, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And if they want to come back in this game, look, they got to clean up those mistakes.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. And the Grizzlies leading by 12. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Jackson passes to Morant. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. He's got 11.
In motion, Morant's shooting ability is solid. When he's this setup, it's outstanding.
Leonard dishes to Morris. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Bane against George. And Desmond Bane pulls it down. Morant outside. Outside, Bane. Jackson from long range. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And here's George for 3. And again, no good by the Clippers. And so Morant will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They lead by 14. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Bane. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. Brooks outside. Shot clock at 6. Jackson finds Brooks. From deep three-point range. Bane, no good.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
And at about 230 pounds, Leonard is a well-built specimen. Can absorb defenders like it's nothing.
And the Grizzlies leading by 11. There's 1:40 left in the third quarter. And Adams kicks to Bane. Back to Jackson. To the paint. Here's Adams. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And the Grizzlies lead by 13.
The team-first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guys. Well, if you polled players on who they think the strongest guy in the league, I'm pretty sure Steven Adams would be a top pick.
To the inside. Jackson throws it down hard.
Goodness, Jackson off the sweet pass. Throw it up to him. Jared knows what to do.
Leonard with no one around. And the Clippers miss again. The Grizzlies have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Payne for 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Leonard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Launches it. It's rebounded by Memphis. Bane passes to Adams. Excellent D there from George.
Even though it wasn't a clear path, he knows if that's a shot he should make more oftentimes than not.
And the Grizzlies leading by 15. Paul George with the steal. Stolen by Jackson. Brooks with no one around. Memphis the rebound. And Adams with the slam.
They have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
And that one is good from Zubac.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
It could go. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Memphis finding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And we've got more in 2. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
That is why he is a point guard in this league. He has the elite passing ability, the vision. You need both to play the point guard.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post-tandem for him, Morris and Zubats. And it's Jackson at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Conchar, good.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
George, no good.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And the dunk by Zubats.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Pass to Aldama. Here's the screen. And the Grizzlies tack on two more. Clippers trail by 17. Jackson kicks to George. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute play.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Jones with it. Over Jackson. Jones finds Clark. And that comes off the assist by Jones. And the Grizzlies lead by 17.
And I love that range there from Clark. At this point in his development, it's not as daunting as trying to be a consistent three-ball shooter. I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies. John Wall's checked in for Jackson. He hits the second from the line. Memphis leading by 16. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Over Jackson. And the Clippers miss again.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Here's Morant. Diving in and finished off by Morant.
This man was under-recruited in college. Can you believe that? And Morant, he still plays like he's trying to prove something.
From deep, George. The Grizzlies pull it in. Jackson's got his fourth rebound in this one. Payne for three. The shot off that time, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Outside, George. The three. Los Angeles with another miss.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The three-point stroke is off.
Now, here's Morant for three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubats has got his eighth rebound here tonight. Takes a step back. And here's George for three. It's stolen by Adams. From deep, Brooks. Kick out to Adams. Morant with a wide open look. And another miss by Memphis.
Oh, man, for whatever reason, he can't get it going from three, and he's pretty good from there.
The three from George. And it's Morant with the rebound.
Another missed three, and he seems determined to shoot his way out of it.
Pass to Jackson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot two free throws.
It's the size of Jackson Jr. that is so hard to match up with. This is why defenders are just forced to foul him.
He hits both from the stripe. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Passes to Zubats. Kicks it to Leonard. Right side Wall. Shoots over Morant. Morris finds George. Clock at 6. And Adams sends it back.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject them. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Grizzlies.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Steven Adams.
And we can't forget about his effort on defense, specifically how many steals he was able to grab. Just an absolute pest.
On the free throw, no good.
And after not playing for a season, John Wall back in action, bought out by the Rockets, and he signs with the Clippers. If he can get back to where he was, that's a huge win for the Clippers. Could serve as a deadly third option for LA.
There has been nothing for him this quarter. Ever since halftime, he's lost all of his touch.
"16 seconds left in the fourth. From deep. They grabbed their own miss. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
rivals squaring off tonight, Grant. I'm sure both teams have been eagerly looking forward to this one.
Well, we always enjoy these rivalry matchups. I mean, facing a rival you've been battling in the rankings is always rewarding. And as a player, you get fired up and are ready to do whatever it takes to get the win.
And the starting lineup for the Grizzlies. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Moran and Bane in the backcourt together. And it's Brooks in at the 3. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Booker. Here's Moran. Jackson outside. Stolen by Booker. And the layup falls.
Booker getting contact, still finding a way to finish through it.
Here's Moran. From outside the arc. Fires in the triple.
I love it. His love for the game couldn't be more obvious. It helps him make a positive impact out on the court, and it also keeps the bench fired up.
Man, such a heartbreak last year as the Phoenix Suns had the opportunity to return to the finals, and it just felt like they were destined to get back there. It was their most wins in the season in franchise history, and it just didn't play out that way.
Now here's Booker. He gets a very good look and converts. Booker's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Tough to guard Devin Booker on a quick pick and roll with his size and speed. He can be very dangerous in these sets.
Adams finds Bane. Kicks it out to Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Jackson the screen. Moran into the lane.
The quick feed of Moran. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
Booker against Bane from deep three-point range. The outside leaner. And it's Booker again missing. The Suns' regular season dominance last year speaks to this team's strength.
Oh, yeah, they are so tight between the connection of the coaching staff and their point guard and CP3. These guys have talent. They've been through the ups and downs. They know what it takes to get to the top of the mountain. And make no mistake, this Phoenix team is playing to win it.
Now here's Ayton. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Lots of times you don't mind fouling a big, but Ayton is a solid foul shooter.
Ayton hits them both.
And it didn't take long for Phoenix to match the offer sheet Ayton signed with the Indiana Pacers. Now, there was talk they might let Ayton walk after that fallout during their playoff exit. But Phoenix knew they needed to keep Ayton to remain a contender.
Now here's Booker. Phoenix no good that time either.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Down low. Here's Adams. Bane, the pass to Jackson. Paul with a steal. Johnson against Adams. Pass to Crowder. Back to Johnson. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Memphis.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Moran. He's guarded by Paul. Jackson for 3. That one is off. And Phoenix the other way now. Booker with it. He's picked up by Adams. Booker attacking. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
Oh, there's Morant with the slam. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Booker, the pass to Paul. Back to Booker. Pass to Crowder. Outside Paul. The crossover. And it's good on the lay-in.
So tough to keep up with the energy of Chris Paul at the point guard position, especially when he's handling the rock like that.
Jackson with a screen on Paul. Here's Jackson. On the wing, Brooks for 3. Can't get it to fall. 0 for 2 now. 44 seconds left to play in the first. For 3, Booker. Aiden, nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
He's a pretty high percentage shooter from there. Aiden's size and touch, it's a pretty tough combo to go against.
Pass to Bain. It's tipped. Booker with it. He's picked up by Bain.
Third team foul.
And Booker just one of these guys who's calculating on the offensive end. He's trying to figure out what defenses are doing. He's always working hard to find shots, and he's going to influence the game with the way he can produce.
The Suns making a switch here. Shamet's checked in. Johnson finds Paul. There's the screen by Johnson. No good. Good work defensively by Brooks. Jackson left side. It could go. And that's not gonna go. And so the first quarter is in the books. Suns ahead. They're up by 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Youth Dance Team.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And take a look at the Suns' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Defensively, their gambles are paying off, jumping passing lanes and pressuring ball handlers.
Just playing some real gritty defense right now, just getting up in bodies and forcing a lot of turnovers.
Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. Landry Shamet is out there with Cameron Payne. And it's Aiden in at the center position. That's who's out there for Phoenix. And the call will be against Jaren Jackson. That's his first foul. So Memphis ends up going with a new group. Aiden inside. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy. Well, DeAndre Ayton was so valuable in that 2021 playoff run for the Suns. Shot over 65% of the entire postseason on their way to that NBA Finals appearance.
And it's the Suns with the ball. After the basket by Memphis. Here's Ayton. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
And the former 1-1, the first overall draft pick. Aiden, he's just a different matchup.
That size, BA, and that great touch around the rim. He runs the floor. He's a big presence down there. You just don't see a ton of centers like him around this league like you once did in the 80s and early 90s. Aiden's game presents a pretty hefty matchup issue.
Outside Jones. Pass to Green. Over to the wing. Here's Clark. Drives to the hoop. And Aiden pulls it down.
Let's hope for his sake that he does not try that one ever again.
Here's Shamet. Now quiet so far offensively. Searching for his first points of the game.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Now here's Aiden. Not a lot of room. With the second effort.
Big man you don't want to send to the line. DeAndre Ayton's free throw capabilities keep him on the floor at all times.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
In the early goings, their effort level has been exceptional. They're speeding around the defense and opening up options with good penetration.
Well, a lot of the players are doing a good job as well of scanning the interior part of the paint. All those inside looks, those are paying off.
Stolen by Aiden. Here's Shamet. And again, it's the Suns missing.
Well, he wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Here's Clark. It doesn't go for him. And Phoenix the other way now. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Payne, pass to Aiden. And Aiden with the stuff.
And Payne just playing eyes-up basketball, seeing that opportunity.
For Memphis, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Pass to Conchar. Payne against Jones. Here's Aldama. 5 to shoot. Back to Jones. Kicks it out to Clark. Drains the triple. Granted, it's a shooter's league, and we're seeing more and more big men float out to the perimeter and knocking them down.
Well, B.A., the game has evolved, and the shooting, particularly from the bigs, is fantastic. But, you know, I wish the bigs had a little bit more diversity. I don't mind shooting from the perimeter, but every once in a while, go mix it up and take advantage of your size mismatch in the paint. I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up.
It's one thing to get to your spots. It's another thing to shoot with that kind of rhythm. And DeAndre Ayton in one right now.
Green finds Jones. Clark with it. Back to Jones. Out to the right wing. Deflects the pass. On the wing, Conchar. Puts it up. Misses off the right iron.
Great defense. Can't let guys get open looks inside the arc.
Pass to Payne. Back to Shamet. Here's Ayton. Right side Payne. Stolen by Jones. Clark with it. 5 points in the game. Here's Aldama. It's deflected.
Well, more than capable as a defender. Bridges with a great job using his length.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Conchar. Second chance shot. Green for 3. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Bridges. Here's Johnson. Pass to Payne. Lets the 3 fly. Johnson passes to Bridges. Off target from outside. And so it's Phoenix closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Their key to consistency has been their dominance. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. We're seeing a tremendous game from DeAndre Ayton.
He took a head-on approach in the first half, going straight at the D and drawing fouls.
Yeah, almost inviting contact, that attack mentality on full display.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Taylor Jenkins. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Moran and Payne in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the 5 down low.
Come on, this kid is electric. Morant draws a lot of fouls with the way he plays.
And Morant drops them both. The Suns leading. Outside Booker. Crowder outside. And there's a whistle. That goes on Jay Crowder. That's foul number 2 for him.
And great job to establish position and square up.
And that's how you defend. Glad we had a chance to see a replay of that block again.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know, the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Morant against Payne. Morant, the pass to Adams. Outside Payne. Jackson with a screen on Booker. Payne, no good. And Phoenix shooting 40% so far in this one. And Booker the bucket on the assist by Ayton. Booker's got 7 points.
Booker with quickness in transition. A guy with that kind of shot getting loose out in the break, that could be trouble.
Jackson the screen. Back to Payne. Jackson on the wing. Covered by Crowder. Crowder against Jackson. Here he goes.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Booker with it. Jackson in his pocket. Payne pass to Crowder. Outside Booker. Takes the 3. And Morant clears the board. Memphis trailing here. Inside. Oh, got a piece of it. Adams. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Well, he's such a big guy, Adams, but he does move quite well, and that helps his ability to get to the free throw line.
Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line. Booker for three. The Grizzlies pull it in.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Stolen by Ayton. Pass to Bridges. Now here's Ayton. He's got 14. Payne, the pass to Ayton. Now here's Booker. Crowder outside. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Well, Memphis shooting just 35% from the floor. Moran against Payne. Payne, the pass to Brooks. Jackson, the screen. Pass to Adams. Now Payne. From behind the arc. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Chris Paul, he's checked in for the Suns. Phoenix has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Over to the left wing. 4-3. The Grizzlies pull it in. Konchar's got his 4th rebound in this one. Clark, the pass to Jones. Back to Clark. Uses the glass on the layup. Clark's got 7 points in the game.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Outside Paul. Pass to Crowder. Oh, they need this. Over Clark. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That's on Brandon Clark.
Good play by Crowder there. He uses that fake, and the defense got fooled a little bit, and then he drew the foul.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 1:35 left in the third. The Grizzlies have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Adams, the pass to Payne. On target from range. Payne's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
A wonderful awareness from the big man as Steven Adams finds the open man.
The 3 from Ayton. And Morant clears the board. Memphis has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And Morant is a natural leader. Someone who wants to get his guys involved when they're open.
Right side Paul. Crowder a screen on Jackson. Clock at 6. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Shamet, he's checked in for Booker.
And think about this. In an era of load management, Mikal Bridges is a rarity. He has never missed a game in college or the NBA.
Jackson with a screen on Paul. Morant finds Jackson. On the wing, Payne. Jackson, the screen. And there's Payne. That one's good. The assist by Adams. Here in the second half, this game's still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Paul. Out to Bridges. From downtown. Nails it from beyond the arc. Bridges has got 6 points in the quarter.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
3 quarters of play and a close one here. The Suns on top. They lead by a bucket. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammates.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Crowder at 8 with the bigs. Chris Paul out there with Landry Shamet. And it's Bridges in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
And here's Paul with the drive. Here's Ayton. Yes! And it's Paul with the assist that time. And the Suns lead by 4.
Chris Paul came into the league playing unselfish, continues to do so. What a dime.
Morant, the pass to Adams. Jackson finds some space. And too long on the shot. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
Well, not content to take what the defense gives them. I mean, they're attacking the gaps and getting the ball inside.
We probably have to touch on as well that tonight their penetration has been awesome. I mean, they put force on this game, attacking off the bounce, and a willingness to do that has paid off.
Devin Booker, he's checked in for Shamet. And stolen by Bridges. And the Suns pushing it up now. Booker's shot is good.
The attention Mikel had on that play helped him out to get that steal.
Johnson against Jackson. Adams, the pass to Jackson. Adams with a screen on Booker. And here's Adams. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got 9 rebounds now. Booker for 3. Ayton finds Bridges. Back to Ayton. Oh, and Jackson with the defensive effort.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
Out to the wing. Here's Morant. Here's Adams. Pass to Morant. From outside the arc. And again, Memphis no good.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Oh, Brooks with the steal. From deep, Bane. No luck on that one. So Phoenix will take it the other way. For 3, Booker. Brooks with the rebound.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Morant with it. Now guarded by Booker.
Oh, hey, how about that? That's impressive. I mean, just an agile move by Morant down low, working around the contact and getting it to go.
The Suns have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Outside Paul. It's Bridges on the wing. The kick out to Johnson. Stolen by Jackson. Knocks it loose. And it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Bane, the pass to Jackson.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Jackson, the screen. Brooks from outside.
And Mikel Bridges is a prototypical 3-and-D guy, affecting the game defensively now.
Ball against Bane. To the wing on the left. From deep, Johnson. Outside Booker. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Ja Morant. Morant's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Brooks. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And now just a 4-point Suns lead. Paul passes to Johnson. Back to Paul. Here's Booker. The shot comes out. Oh, and Jackson with the defensive effort. Morant with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. Morant pass to Jackson. Memphis the rebound. Brooks outside. And the three-pointer goes. And now just a 1-point Phoenix lead.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Paul passes to Johnson. left rim and out.
He just couldn't finish the job that time. And too bad, because it was a nice look.
Moran against Paul. Jackson, pass to Babe. Back to Jackson.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Now Morant. He drops the first one, and that'll put him up 2.
And it's critical Morant steps up in the important points in the game. This is his time to shine.
Well, important there to have the three-point lead because only a 3 can tie it up now.
Phoenix calls timeout. They're behind by 3. We've got 13 seconds left in the game. Your thoughts, guys?
If they leave the arc open, take it. And it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Don't force something up. You got to be smart here.
For 3, Booker. He's off from 3. Brooks outside. And so the big win by Memphis in a tight game. And this was an emotional win for them. No doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment.
youngsters. Both teams have lots of quality players and very deep benches.
And with the pace we see in games, it really helps to have more legs to run. Each of these coaches have a lot of options, so it'll be interesting to see how they play the matchups.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point guard. George against Paul. Fade away, and the basket is good.
Yeah, there are times where you've got to get to that mid-range jump shot, and Paul George has got it to perfection.
Paul against Wall. Paul passes to Booker. Kicks to Crowder. Back to Booker. Looking for Ayton. He gets it in there. Just 5 to shoot. And Ayton throws it down.
Well, you want to see DeAndre Ayton seek out the contact on the interior. Boy, he's a big-time talent.
Well, many thought the Suns would let Ayton walk as a restricted free agent, but they had no hesitation matching the offer to bring him back. It looks like he'll be a Sun for the foreseeable future.
And the wide-open shot from Paul. Off target from three-point range.
That's not his spot, but given the lack of defense, you'd like to see him knock that one down.
Leonard kicks to George. Back to Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
Well, that's about tremendous vision. And remember, Paul George has the kind of size that allows him to survey the floor beautifully.
Booker, no good.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness. Go ahead, Mr. 8. How about that finish?
Booker against George. In the corner, it's Morris. George against Booker. Fades and shoots. Rebound by the Suns. Goes up from the top of the key. Paul passes to Booker. Gets an open look and hits.
When you're a player like Devin Booker, whether you're playing with the ball or in this instance without, your instinct is, I'm going to rise and fire on the catch.
From deep, Wall. Offensive rebound. Morris kicks to Zubac. Goes back up. And there's the foul. It's on Cameron Johnson. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Leonard attacking. He's off on that one. Good work defensively by Crowder. The Suns leading.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
Booker dishes to Johnson. Clock at 4. Crowder from outside. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
We know this. Jay Crowder is an effective shooter, someone who can shoot the three well. You've got to get into his space.
In just 4 seasons, Phoenix Greg went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And they pick up 2.
Silky smooth jumper from Paul George, and he just lets it fly whenever he gets free from that spot.
Pass to Booker. And 1:01 left in the first quarter. Johnson, the pass to Ayton. Back to Johnson. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is a team-first guy, and boy, does he set up the open man.
Zubac kicks to Morris. The rejection by Paul. The Clippers shoot their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Gentlemen, if we go back to the summer of 2019, that is the summer where the Clippers got both Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. When they made those moves, everyone expected this to be an NBA Finals team.
All with it. Chris Paul covering and taken away by Johnson. It's Crowder on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. Crowder the pass to Johnson. Back to Crowder. Booker outside. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots a fader. Not enough on that one as it misses.
No one near him on that one, and I'm not sure why he felt like he needed to fade away.
And here's Leonard from 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Suns lead by 3. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Here's Wall, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
What a play by Wall. It's going to take more than that to slow him down.
And evaluating defenders goes well beyond blocks and steals. So, Doris, when you're doing a game, what are some of the things that you look for and that teams are looking for?
Activity, attention to detail, deflections. Is the person switchable? Can they guard the elite wing scorers? In addition to size and length, do they have lateral quickness? So many things go into quality defense.
Here's Leonard, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And so Ayton will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Bridges finds Paul. The 3-pointer off the mark. George with the ball. Now guarded by Ayton. Launches a 3. George, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
No good from Booker.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Zubats with the screen for Wall. Bucket is good.
Wow, shot making from John Wall through contact. That's not easy, but this guy's so physically gifted from the point guard position.
Booker against Wall. Bridges for 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Bridges has got his first 3 points of the game.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
George with the ball. Now guarded by Booker. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Summer of 2014, Doris. Paul George suffering a leg injury playing for the national team.
Kevin, I remember that injury like it was yesterday. There were many, including me, who wondered whether Paul George could ever be the same guy. And amazingly, he puts in all the necessary work, and I think has come back better. That is a huge credit to his work ethic and his grit.
Cameron Payne's checked in for Chris Paul. Here's Booker. The shot falls for only his second bucket, 2 for 9.
Well, you've got to be, as a guard, calm and in control on the interior. Devin Booker, so much confidence in his game.
Just his first attempt. Zubats, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of it.
Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Well, you have to love DeAndre Ayton's effort, intensity, and relentlessness as a rebounder.
All with it. Now guarded by Payne. And the rejection by Ayton. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Payne can't hit. Clippers trail by 5. Wall finds Zubats. Morris with a screen on Booker. Wall attacking. And Wall with the slam.
This is one of the staples of John Wall's games ever since he came out of Kentucky. Put it on the deck and get to the cup.
Johnson sets the screen for Booker. Trying to get open is Johnson. And there's Booker on the assist by Johnson. Booker's got the lead up to 5 now for the Suns. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. George dishes to Leonard. Misses the 3. The Suns have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Pass to Ayton. Stolen by Zubac. Wall passes to George. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
This is a case where it's just the pure strength of Paul George, able to fight through contact so well on these shots.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Phoenix.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Booker looking around. Johnson kicks to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
This is the kind of damage DeAndre Ayton can do if he gets the right positioning. Nicely done.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Fades back. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Pass to Payne. Leonard with the steal. Here's Wall. And Wall slams it home.
This seems to be the new breed of point guards who can play above the rim. Wall finishing with style.
We're back for the third quarter of action following halftime. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the 1 spot. Paul kicks to Ayton. Kicks it out to Johnson. Back to Ayton. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Well, you think about DeAndre Ayton, it's his size that comes to mind, and he understands how to utilize that to score.
And George, here we go. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7. So this season might be revenge time for this group.
Now, here is George. He's guarded closely. Here's Wall. And the rejection by Ayton.
Boy, Ayton's reach is absolutely incredible. Great anticipation. That is nice defense.
George looking over the floor. And stolen by Ayton. The Suns shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Well, what you love about Mikal Bridges is he is going to accept whatever his coaches and team ask of him. This is what's allowed him to be successful.
Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sake, good luck trying to stop him now.
Paul. And he banks in the layup. And the Suns lead by 8.
Working inside, Chris Paul has the ability to outsmart the opposition and makes himself a good shot opportunity.
A 3 from Leonard. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Leonard with the ball. And it's Johnson picking him up. 5 on the clock. Wall passes to George. Shoots over Shamet. That one off the back iron and out. The Suns on offense. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Here's Paul. Here's Ayton. And then jammed down as he goes right over Ivica Zubac.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Second team foul.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And here's Leonard from 3. And George kicks to Leonard. 6 to shoot. The fader. No good. The Suns go the other way with it. And here is Paul. Bridges finds Johnson. Now, here's Bridges. Johnson down low, covered by Wall. The open shot by Paul. Here's Ayton. Count it.
How about control the glass with a tenacious ferocity? DeAndre Ayton punching rebound.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Doris, it's been great to see the Clippers rise to prominence over the last 10 years, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, listen, this was an organization that spent years in futility, but you have to admire the transformation that has led to consistent success. They used to be a franchise that made the playoffs maybe once in a decade. Now you expect them to contend in the West.
And that one's good, Shamet.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Left side, George. To the middle. Here's Zubac. Trains it from 9 feet away.
And boy, what a much-needed bucket there. Ends a 16-0 run by Phoenix.
Here's Ayton. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 4 assists now tonight. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Morris passes to George. There's the triple. They get it back. Some solid defense from Ayton.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Here's Shamet. Off target with his 3.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
How about the dribble drive ability of Paul George, the quick handles for a guy his size.
And here's Phoenix. They're on an 18-5 run. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Paul penetrating Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Well, you can see, guys, how much confidence DeAndre Ayton plays the game with. This is especially so on the offensive end.
On the wing, George. He's covered by Shamet. Outside, George. And he drives in. And the rejection by Ayton. Fell through 3/4 of play. Down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Landry Shamet is out there with Chris Paul. And it's Ayton in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Suns leading by 15. Here's Paul. Booker with no one around. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 6 assists in the game.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Zubac. And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 18. Fades. Misses off the left iron.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Here's Booker, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
George, no good. Suns lead by 20. Johnson with a screen on Leonard. Booker dishes the ball. Inside, Johnson kicks to Booker. Over Leonard. Again, the miss by Booker.
He really made that shot harder than it needed to be, and coach is not happy with that choice.
In the corner, George with it. For three. Rebound by the Suns. Ayton's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. On the wing, Booker. Jacks up a three. Again, the miss by Booker.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Well, there's an activity level and a skill level that makes Devin Booker problematic on the offensive end. He dares defenders to get physical with him.
And the second free throw, good. Clippers trail by 21. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Morris passes to Leonard. Shoots over Bridges. Leonard, no luck. Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Ayton, the Clippers grab the miss. Morris with the ball. Bridges covering. Johnson against Leonard. And again, no good by the Clippers. Suns leading by 21. Booker with a deep three. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Wall passes to Morris. Off the mark, and the drop continues.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Ayton finds Paul. Kicks it out to Booker. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Phoenix.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought. An all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that. And man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for DeAndre Ayton.
Boy, you couldn't help but notice how well this guy protected the rim. There was an intimidation factor thanks to his defense. No easy shots in his neighborhood tonight.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
We see Paul George just understands how to use his length and his size. He is such a tough cover close to the basket.
2 shots.
He doesn't get the second one.
They can't really afford to leave points at the line right now. He would have loved to cash in on each of those free throws and trim the lead even more.
LA has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Wall. Johnson with the rebound. And it's the Suns with the ball. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Bridges kicks to Ayton. Bridges trying to free himself up. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Clippers with the ball. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside, George. It's tipped. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And it's Phoenix's ball. They're on an 11-3 run right now. Paul outside. Bridges inside. Working on Zubats. Kicks it out to Booker. Over George. So it's the Suns winning easily here. And the outcome of this one, what David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for